He looks 10. So what is he, 19? And I said he was 17? Because you look for any fucking reason. Any fucking reason. And you saw the email. He thinks that he's used up at 18. His life is behind him. Now that's laughable, don't you think? Yeah. I tell him that, and and your claim to fame is you're an Eagle Scout, excuse me. Don't let me down. I've never had an Eagle Scout fucking not do this right. Now, James wishes he hadn't brought that up now. And it's true, I haven't had one. But I was wrong about that. I mean, part of this is that whereas I'm so used to success, and I am dead fucking stumped if I don't do something right, whereas most people aren't. Now, athletic-wise, that hasn't been my story. That hasn't. And I wish I was more athletic when I was a kid. I wouldn't have taken so much shit. But, Peña, you're pulling a fucking caboose on your ass. You're so fucking slow, you ought to wear the other team's uniform. Now, how do you think that made me feel? So what? When I tell the story, it hurts my kids' feelings more than mine. You're so slow, you should have worn the other team's fucking uniform. Meaning, I was playing for their side. Now, what the fuck? Now, some of you, you may have killed yourself. You may have never recovered. But whereas I'm used to that, and these young kids now are getting used to success. Daniel's had a fair bit of success in his life, so he's used to, My advice to my kids, I told you this before, be first to the office and last to leave, and make 300 phone calls a day no matter what the fuck business you're in, and you'll make a lot of fucking money. I didn't care what they did. Be first to the office and last to leave and make 300 calls. I didn't care what you did. Doesn't matter doesn't matter what you are, And it has boded well for my kids and the kids that I've had the privilege of training. And again, you're all kids to me. And and it's just, again, maybe there is somebody out there that does it better than I do. I don't know who it might be, but in my opinion, the best at getting you to do what you don't want to do to be what you want to be. I mean, and I'm excellent at it. Again, I don't know anybody better, but I don't do it nicely. And I don't like the word nice. Remember what nice means in 13th, 14th century means retarded. I don't do it in the conventional way that makes you like me. And that's okay with me because I don't give a fuck if you like me. And the poll that I just read before I came in, and I didn't know whether to shit or go blind. Donald leading crooked Hillary in the first national poll out now. He's going to fucking crush her. When the guns start blazing, he's going to chop her like fucking mincemeat. We're going to have the biggest turnout in the history of the United States in this election. Praise the motherfucking Lord and pass the goddamn ammunition. We're going to kill everybody. We're going to run towards the goddamn gunfire, the noise, and kill everybody. Seminar fires me up. And this isn't an act. This is me. Sally says, You know, she says, during about this time of the seminar, she says, the bed starts vibrating because, you know, I couldn't sleep. I woke up at 12:15, 2:15, 3:15, 4:30, 6:05. It's time to go. Whereas you, any questions about Victor and or Kira? Remember, you're going to write your obituaries tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about Beyond Common Sense, which we already have. We're going to have a few more role plays. Needless to say, the role plays so far are rough. I'm being kind. Okay? Disjointed. I'm being kind. Lousy. I'm more close to being accurate. Now, we have had people that are more smooth. We may put, yes, sir.
A question about role play. Is there any way you can practice by yourself role play?
Yes, you can. Well, I mean, now they got the fucking selfie. You know, I didn't know what that meant until about maybe 10 months ago. You put the thing out there in front of you and you talk into it. I used to practice in front of Driller, that Great Dane that's in that painting with me. And I could tell when I was losing his attention, he'd sit down and cross his legs like this. But if I could keep him standing like that, I had his attention. I used to give him in front of a mirror, my presentations. Even after I was fairly good at it, I still practiced. And I still practice. I will practice before I'm at Oxford next week. I still haven't picked a title for my talk, other than the headlines are Barrio Bad Boy to Laird of Guthrie Castle. I'm going to talk that, I'll talk a little bit about my background. We have people flying from Moscow to hear me at Oxford. We have people flying from Dallas, Texas, Central America. Who'd have fucking thought it? But I may have to give them a little clarification, which I think is cute. I'm not surprised that they're concerned. And I'm not going to do anything to embarrass the university or myself, I assure you. But guys, the shit works. Selfie Practice.
How do you evaluate yourself?
Well, you're going to be able to tell your dog shit right away. You will have no problem determining whether you're any good or not. That's the least of your problems. Look at a YouTube of me and then look at your selfie. Even David will figure this out. You don't have to be 5% as good as I am. There's only 3 or 4 guys on that wall that are 10% as good as I am in public speaking, communication skills. The rest don't have it. And they still made a lot of money and created a lot of wealth and created a lot of choices. So, I mean, that's not, especially in the world of the laptop. And you've heard so far the kids have built these teams not meeting anybody in person. Whereas before, it wasn't that way. But now it's, on the one hand, I think that it's detrimental to you long term because you're never going to be prime minister. You're never going to be commandant of the Marine Corps. You're never going to be this, that, and the other thing because you haven't developed any, communication skills. But if you just want to load your pockets full of fucking money, which is what I want for you, then that's fine. That's fine. Anything else from anybody? Who's 5? 6? 7? Okay, kids. Thank you. Good night, YouTubers. To learn more about this video and all my videos, you lazy cunts, click on this link below. Or you can go to my website, danpeña.com, and see all the fucking free material from the $50 billion man.